Hi, I'm CJ McDonald, principal here at Echo Hill. Happy Friday. What a week, right? Monday, Tuesday, snow day, Thursday, Friday. Seems to be a little pattern going on. I'm just glad it wasn't another Thursday, because then we might have had snow days on every Thursday in February, and that would have been a new one for sure. A couple things that I just wanted to talk about today. Start looking as we get closer to warmer weather. There's going to be a couple new pieces of playground equipment in the spring. Hopefully we'll see a couple, and then hopefully we can get some in the summer, early fall, depending on when this stuff comes through. So thanks to the PTO and all of you who donate to the PTO for those things. It won't be an immediate change with shipping issues and everything else. We're uncertain of the timeline, but I just wanted to kind of put that out there and make sure that I appreciate our thanks for that. This morning we had a staff morning mixer, which is where everybody brings in something to eat for breakfast, and we just kind of have a little social time. So haven't been able to do that much since the old pandemic, so we're glad to get back to the normalcy there. Also, there was a pothole in the exit loop by actually kind of where I park and Mrs. Garcia parks back there. And at the PTO meeting Monday night, I was convinced to email O&M about that. So good news, ladies there at the PTO, it worked. We're gonna have that pothole filled. So PTO doing work for everybody here. So take a look on my email. There's a thing called Virtual Backpack. It's a place on our website you can connect with outside agencies. You know, oftentimes we get asked as a building, like, hey, could you email this about our Boy Scouts or about this event or this camp, etc. We can't really do that because then we end up, basically soliciting parents all the time. So we have this spot on our district website that we are allowed to put sort of community things to do. So check that out. You might be able to find some good stuff for the kiddos to do this summer or this upcoming spring. Let's see, Spring Picture Day is Friday, March 3rd, and March 9th, the last day before spring break, is Pie in the Face Day. 9 brave souls have signed up to be a potential pie in the face, and ultimately, each grade level, or students get, they get pride tickets, and they put their name on the back, and if on that 3rd grade or 2nd grade or kindergarten, on their grade level, it pulls out, and if it says CJ McDonald gets to take a pie, choose one of the 9, and put it in. It's a big assembly. It's pretty cute and pretty fun. Last year was the first time that I had done that here at Echo Hill, and it was awesome. So we're looking forward to that again. Last but not least, this week's Echo Hill Holler. This week's Echo Hill Holler goes out to Mrs. Irvin and Mrs. Oxley. Mrs. Irvin is one of our rockstar 2nd grade teachers. She works incredibly hard to collaborate. She associates her success with the success of her peers, of her team. She's consistent and driving force to establish and maintain. Last but not least, this week's Echo Hill Holler goes out to Mrs. Irvin and Mrs. Oxley. Mrs. Irvin is one of our awesome 2nd grade teachers, and she's just an incredible team player. She strives so hard to make sure that her team is successful. She believes that her success is her team's success. She's a wonderful leader within that group, and she just cares so passionately about them and about making sure that making sure that their professional practice is the best that it can be. And of course, the other ladies in that group are amazing as well. But even though Mrs. Irvin is such a rock star in the collaboration, she also just absolutely loves your children. Her students are the world to her, and she's very passionate about them and does everything that she can to make sure that they get the education and the love that they need. Mrs. Oxley is one of our amazing 1st grade teachers. She has a wealth of knowledge, and she utilizes to give her students exactly what they need at the exact right time. Her knowledge of classroom management and instruction is really, really impressive. Anyone that walks through her classroom sees it's purposeful and educationally dense. Her teaching expertise is as impressive as her dedication to student outcomes. I'm always impressed at just how much she knows about her students. All of the small little details of, they know this part of the word but not this, and this skill is where they really struggle, down to the minutia. 1st grade is surprisingly demanding and really important for your child's development. Echo Hill is lucky to have Lori and her team manning the 1st grade gates. Thanks, Diane and Lori. Echo Hill is continually better because you're here. Well, that's it. That's all I got. Thanks for all that you do. Have a great weekend.
Sorry, I gotta get cute kids for my video. Sorry that happened. Nicely. Happy Friday!